Get way better local news updates anytime, like WWAY on Facebook. Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Scott Dean with your forecast first.
Very hot conditions across the Cape Fear regions. We're looking at hazy sunshine across the area, looking down the Cape Fear River towards the Memorial Bridge. Temperatures out there in some areas have reached the century mark. Now 101 over towards Lumberton. Earlier today, the Wilmington Airport made it up to 99, 1 degree away from the record of 100 set way back in the 1800s, and you can see some areas are still right around 100. That's the air temperature. It feels even hotter than that, and it looks like even warmer temperatures tomorrow, and for that reason, the National Weather Service has extended the heat advisory through tomorrow. When we finally see a break in the heat, and watch out, the tropics are starting to heat up. We'll let you know where the latest system is and where it's headed coming up in just a bit. WWAY News Channel 3 at 5 starts right now.
Live, local, interactive. You are watching WWAY News Channel 3 at 5.
We have somebody shark attack.
Now on WWAY 5, the very latest on not one, but 2 shark attacks in Oak Island yesterday. Thanks for joining us tonight. For your News at 5, I'm Daniel Siemens.
And I'm Mackenzie Henderson, live in Oak Island. We are, of course, here to cover more on those 2 shark attacks that happened yesterday. The first happening at the pier around 5, and the second happening 2 hours later, just a couple of miles away. We have been here since 7 last night. Then we had a reporter and a photographer come down here at 4 in the morning. They are still with me right now. We are trying to get as many details on these 2 attacks as possible. Now, we do have some more information for you. We know that both victims are out of surgery, and at least one is in good condition and in good spirits, of course, despite everything that has happened in the last 24 hours. Terrifying moments. Some of those terrifying moments we can hear on the 911 calls. WWAY Sarah Murphy has more from those 911 calls. Take a listen.
Brunswick County 911 status of your emergency.
A sunny Sunday afternoon at Oak Island takes a drastic turn.
We have somebody shark attack.
Not once, but twice.
A shark was down there, Mama.
The first attack reported at 4:40 near the Ocean Crest Pier. The victim, a 12-year-old girl.
Are any of the fingers completely amputated? It looks like her entire hand is gone. Okay.
As Good Samaritans on the beach work to save her, 911 operators help them to remain calm and focused.
Make sure they take a clean, dry cloth and wrap it around the wound and place pressure on it.
Emergency crews rushed to her side while more frantic calls poured in of a second attack just miles away from the first.
Is there serious bleeding? I got you. I'm watching. Yes, there's just an attack. Okay. Is he alert right now? Is he alert? Is he alert? He's alert.
Again, folks on the beach rushing to the 16-year-old boy's side.
He's got 3 people around him that's holding pressure to his heart.
While emergency crews made their way to come to his aid.
And keep reassuring him that help is on the way to him, okay?
Both victims losing limbs in the attacks, but their lives saved thanks to the quick action of these people on the beach. In Oak Island, Sarah Murphy, WWAY News Channel 3.
And county and town leaders say the quick actions from those bystanders, probably saved those 2 people's lives. And the mother of the male victim issued a statement this afternoon saying, quote, "I would like to thank everyone who has cared for my son, from the people who saved him through their quick actions on the beach to the transport crew, emergency department team, doctors and staff here at New Hanover Regional Medical Center. I appreciate all of their efforts." Now, these incidents happening just miles apart, just hours apart, like I said before, very, very strange. WWAY senior reporter Alexa Block joins me now. You have been here since 4 in the morning talking with beachgoers, seeing what their reaction to this is so far, and what has been the reaction.
Mackenzie, I have to say that people are on high alert, and accidents that happen in these waters right behind us have got people very concerned, on high alert, especially parents.
You know it can happen, but you never think it will happen.
Disbelief, shock, are some of the words that can describe how people are reacting to the recent shark attacks on Oak Island.
But you don't think it's going to happen. And then when we actually heard it did happen, you know, it was just total devastation.
Beverly Garrett, a mother of teenagers, says she isn't taking any chances after the recent shark attacks.
I pretty much told my kids not above their knees.
And while some are monitoring conditions in the water, others are just staying out of the water altogether.
We're out here we have some little ones out here on the beach. We're enjoying the sand, but you don't see anybody offshore today. We're all playing it pretty safe.
Especially with my little girl and all, don't know how far we can really take her out.
Safety is one of the main concerns following the attacks, not just for citizens, but county and town officials. Oak Island Fire Chief Chris Anselmo says the waters are safe.
Would I swim in the water? I would swim in the water today.
Besides being more cautious near the ocean, Garrett has taken away another lesson from these attacks.
I still love the beach, but I guess this is so close, I have a bigger respect for it than I originally had even thought.
Now, town manager of Oak Island, Tim Holloman, told me that they can't close the beaches, but there are things that people can do to stay safe in the waters, like not swimming their fishing boats, trying to swim with a buddy at all times, and stay away from that dirty, murky water. Now, later, more on the helicopter patrols and the boat patrols, and I'll tell you about what people think about lifeguards.
Okay, wow, thank you so much, Alexa. Definitely a traumatizing day for everyone involved, obviously, especially for the victims. We will be out here throughout the evening giving you updates, but for now, I'm going to toss it back to the studio. Daniel Siemens, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. On our Facebook page, we want to know what you think about getting in the water. We're asking, how do Sunday's shark attacks affect your decision to swim in the ocean? Visit our Facebook page to cast your vote and see if others feel the same way.